I mean, so this is unprecedented, this sort of Twitter war which is taking place between the two halves of the session. The second half is yet to begin, of the budget session. Why is this happening, Ajit? Can you unmute yourself?
They have to unmute from the...
It's okay. Please go ahead.
It's okay. Can you hear? I said, first of all, let me correct you, because you did a contrast with British politics. Let me remind our audience that if they had listened to the presidential debate between Joe Biden and the former President Donald Trump, the kind of language they were using was absolutely appalling.
Ajit, the only thing I'm trying to do here as an anchor is to appeal to the better side of the people. I could have done that, you know. I could have shown Biden and Trump. But I'm appealing to the better side of the people, because the last conversation, the last debate we had was that we can do much better in our parliament.
Absolutely. I agree with you. No, the point I was trying to make is that globally, debates have fallen in terms of standard. Globally, all across the world. The kind of attacks and barbs and abuses you see in French politics today, you see in other politics today. In fact, even in English politics, I mean, Rishi Sunak is actually an exception and a thoroughbred gentleman. But if you see the other leaders, it's very similar. And it really is unfortunate and sad. The era of serious politics seems to have disappeared. And with this so-called identity politics everywhere, a sort of special language has come about, a transformation in political culture where people simply attack each other with abuses, with allegations, with lies, with fake news. And that is something which is very sad, because as the media grows, social media is growing. I was looking at what is trending today in social media, and I found out, to my utter surprise, that Bail Buddhi is trending the maximum on social media, number one. Number two, what I found out, that 46% of what is there in the trending in social media is actually the control is by Congress. I mean, the Congress is today controlling social media instead of the BJP as in the past. And in that, again, the language is equally appalling. So that shows a real decline in moral values of politics. And secondly, serious debates like policies, like, socio-economic issues, like how to transform India into a great economy, those have taken backstage, whether in parliament, whether outside. We saw the same thing during the campaign of 2024, where it was purely, all kinds of allegations from both sides. Even our prime minister, in fact, the kind of attacks he did on Congress party and Rahul Gandhi,
in one line, is it can it be repaired? Can this be repaired?
Yes, it can be, unless and until it has to be a bipartisan.
Can I tell you? If you ask me personally, Ajit, I find it very difficult. You know why? For anything to be repaired, you need some sort of a personal chemistry. That chemistry of conversation is lacking. Brijesh.
Well, it's absolutely lacking. And I think, the kind of hatred both parties have for each other, it's almost next to impossible. And the reason why this aggression is happening is for the first 7 to 8 years, it was the BJP and its social media who had, an absolute monopoly over the social media and the narrative. And that is the reason why, if you remember, from 2014 till almost 21, 22, the word Pappu was used almost as if, it was a normal part or normal word in a lexicon of BJP. But I think, in 21, 22 onwards, there's some major rejig in the Congress social media department, and that is when the counter narrative started. That is when the counter hitting back has started. And right now, as we are talking about, the reason why Bail Buddhi is trending is because the Congress party has also made its presence felt on social media. And this is the reason why, if you have on one side Balak Buddhi, it is also equally countered by Bail Buddhi. And no political party right now, irrespective of their position and power, has an absolute monopoly over social media. It is more of an egalitarian society.